Da 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 da. Enough of all that. Hello, everybody. Welcome in and welcome over there on the YouTube side. Welcome back to the Cozy Corner podcast, a podcast where I, your host, Bambi, just talk about literally everything. It's a little bit of a good percentage about God, a good percentage about life, and everything in between. My thoughts on stuff that's going on in the world, and stuff that we have going on. First of all, I myself would be remiss if I didn't start this podcast off by saying, as a California native, child, I know how to speak. As a California native, thoughts and prayers are going out to everybody down there in Southern California. Um, yeah, man, I'm praying for y'all. I hope that you guys get the resources that you need. Um, yeah, I'm hoping that you guys get the resources that you need, get the help that you guys need, and yeah, it's really a tough situation. It's a tough situation to have endured with. Like, you know what I mean? It's a tough situation to have endured and a scary thing to have seen go on. But you know what I mean? Thoughts and prayers are definitely with everybody who has experienced that. And yeah, man, it's crazy to think about. It's crazy to think about for real, for real. Um, Not just that, thoughts and prayers to all of those who lost their lives in that incident on New Year's Eve in New Orleans. Um, you know what I mean? Praying for the city of New Orleans. It seems like almost every other year, um, a tragedy transpires in that very beautiful city, and it's just, you know what I mean. A lot of people are kind of wondering when and if it'll stop. Uh, but thoughts and prayers are with y'all. And often praying with y'all always, forever and always. Um, what else? Yeah, the thoughts and prayers are definitely with all those folks who have endured the tragedies that they have endured. Um, yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough. I know that's not how some of y'all have wanted to start your 2025 off, but nevertheless, um, it happened and we're here now. So uh, it's not like a get over it and move on kind of thing, but definitely um, don't stop living life. Continue to, you know what I mean, handle that situation at your pace. And not just because I'm in ministry, but just honestly as somebody who actually knows. Yeah, man, find you a good church. Keyword good church to plug into and really, you know, really lock in with them folks, man. Um, I know in this modern era, that's probably not a popular thing to say. Um, But for those of y'all that have been around, y'all know I don't say the popular things. So with that being said, man, just lock in, plug in with a really good Christ centered church, and if need be, go talk to somebody, go get you some help, because it's important. It's important. This life is short. It's fleeting. Um, so make the most of it and spend time with the people that you love. I guess is the best way that I could put that for real. Um, yeah, that's the best way I can really put that for real. If I'm honest, if I am completely honest. Hi, Clear. Um, yeah, man. Just what was I gonna say? Okay, yeah, I got got all of the sad and somber stuff out the way. That being said, happy 2025. This is the first stream of the new year for us. Um, I hope your New Year's was amazing. Every 30 seconds for what, Cleo? Ads? I don't even know. I don't even know if I have that. Uh, I don't even know if I have that set up. But nevertheless, where was I at? Eh? There's five, right? Oh yeah. So while I've been on break, I've been running around on Twitch, uh, hanging out with the other big creators like Clear and others. Uh, I got some new stuff set up. Ah, ah. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Since you brought that up, to all of my East Coast babies, please be careful and stay safe, cause y'all got a real life winter going on over there. I'm in Central California, so like I'm literally like and California's huge. So like California's like this. Like I'm right in the middle of that jump. And so it gets cold here, but not cold like that. We don't we don't get no snow out here. It's not a thing. Not a thing that happens over here. Oh, saying that to say though, nah. we get the residual effects of it though. So like because of the fact that where I'm at, we'll get like the air quality will like if there's a fire or something in like SoCal, like we'll get the runoff from it essentially. I guess that's the word. Yeah, so ever since our air quality has sucked this entire time. And I think it's getting worse by the day, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, it's moderate right now, but it says it's cool right now. But also probably because of the fact that those fires have kind of tempered down or toned down in a sense. I guess is the word you could use. But yeah, since the fires have kind of toned down a bit, uh, the air quality is not as bad. I mean, still not great as one who has asthma. So like, hey man, if I can't go outside and run around and do stuff, then it's not good. And asthma's not as bad as I used to be when I was a kid, but when I was a young one, the air quality used to really really mess with my lungs, like in the worst way. But yeah, that's how we've been affected. We just get our air quality has done this while all of those fires in Southern California is going on. Um, had to do a lot of checking on on family that lives down there in Southern California. Um, you know, praying that my family has homes to come back to. Uh, just because you just hate to see that something that all these folks have worked on for so long. Like you know what I mean? Worked. Some of them folks that they've worked their whole lives for those homes, and it's just yeah, it's a crazy sight. It's been a crazy sight to see. Um, yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's crazy. Crazy to see. Crazy to see. Crazy to see. Crazy to see. Um, crazy to see. Yeah, but nevertheless, y'all over there on the East Coast, y'all be safe too, because that's some y'all got real life snow. we got the little we got a little cute snow when we go up to the mountains. It's like little it's like little oh ha 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 look how cute the snow. And then yeah, nah, but y'all's it's like that's real snow. You smell me? So there's that. Um what else I've been up to since I've been gone? Working on a lot. Working on a lot, spending time uh, with my family that lives here. Um, got new stuff for the setup. Eh, eh, eh. And yeah, man, just been really locking in for this year. The biggest thing that I could say, or really the biggest thing, um, I know it's probably pissed some folks off of how busy I've been for me supposed to be taking a break, but I am my father's child, and I can only sit down, but for so long, and I had work that needed to be done. So yeah, that's what happened. I did relax though. For y'all start fussing at me, I did relax for like 2 days, and then I had stuff to do. Uh, I had to get back to getting this stuff done. Yeah, I had stuff to do. So that's what was going on. Okay, we are live over there. It just not showing up in chat. My God. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else? Hey man. Uh, biggest thing. I don't know how I want to say this. It's not nothing like serious or dark or nothing like that. But uh, and I don't even know if I can tell all of the business. But as much business as I am going to tell is that uh, you know, at church that there is some kind of preparing for position changes to happen. So that's not going to affect the streaming schedule. BT dubs. Um, it just does mean that my plate is just going to be a little bit more full. So yeah. So there's that. Um reason why that's important though is because of the fact that it's not new for me, but it's going to be new for a lot of people involved. Um and things are going to look different and roles are just going to change and people are probably going to feel a way about stuff. Nevertheless, I don't really I don't really care. So there's that. Yeah, I don't really not gonna say I don't care, but it's just like it's a lot. It's a lot that I've been praying about over this past year. That's about to come to pass this year. So you know, be rooting for your boy is all I'm gonna say in those regards. Um, that I'm gonna just go ahead and say that now, so that is full disclosure, full disclaimer. if I'm in there in chat and I, like, you know what I mean? If I'm in y'all streams and I'm not talking as much in chat, that's probably why. So I'm probably taking care of something in the background. I'm up and I'm there and I see y'all, all of y'all, all of y'all. I might just not have the space and time to comment on whatever it is that you were doing at that moment. But like I said before, and I'll say again, I be seeing stuff. I don't comment on everything, but I be seeing stuff. So do with that information what you would like. Do with that information what you would like. Is all I am gonna say. Um, for those of y'all that are new here, I don't know. I don't know where Miss Lady J is at or what she's doing, and I'm not gonna sit here and wait to try to find out. So if you hear exclamation point Bam Tunes in chat, that gives you the link to all of the music that we had going on. We just dropped a album. Oh, sorry. I'll let you do your job. My bad. I'll let you do your job. And W mod for real. What was I saying? Yes. So we just recently released the album late last year, um, called The Book of Bambi. Um, thank you to all of those who have been listening to it, who have been supporting it, who have been jamming to it. Um, it's a myriad of reasons of why I haven't been giving it the normal push that I've given the rest of those projects. Um, for obvious reasons, I don't make that same kind of music anymore. For those that don't know, um, not that I'm telling y'all what to believe in or who to like, you know what I mean, or who to pray to, but um, for the sake of my soul and my sanity, uh, I've made the decision to start making more Christ-centered um, and Christ-centric music. So that's where we've been at. That's what we've been on, and that's what we've been working on these past couple of a while ago, honestly. Um, we got what? We got a EP coming in. We got an EP coming in February, and a whole lot of other surprises uh, throughout the year. Not gonna tell y'all what those are. Um, just know they're coming. Pause if needed. At some point in time during the year. Um, also, here's the biggest thing, right? So I have an idea to do something, I just gotta figure out how we're gonna put it into play, right? So walk with me here, chat. The idea is for people who might not know who this artist is. I might just be talking a complete foreign language to you, but there's an artist who's also based out of California by the name of La Russell. And for those of y'all that don't know, he has really become, you know what I mean, super popular, especially here in California over the past couple of months. No, really over the past couple of years, honestly, not even months, over the past couple of years, because of the fact that during the pandemic, he came up with an idea to build a stage in his backyard. Um, and it's to the point of where now, making a long story shorter, he has essentially built up a residency at his residence. This is an idea that I have had for a while, um, to want to do something like that. I don't exactly have the same exact space like La Russell has to. I don't even have the space or a backyard to do that. To, like, you know what I mean, to actually like do it in my backyard. Um, but that is something that I definitely want to do. Um, was thinking on it yesterday. Um, Praying on it. Even we'll continue to pray on it. Um, because if any of y'all if any of y'all that are familiar with the cozy clubhouse, I don't just be doing stuff for the sake of doing stuff. I don't just, you know what I mean. I don't be just doing stuff for the sake of doing it. It's not really like it's not my end all be all kind of like goal and vibe and situation. Um, uh, yeah, yeah. I'm not the kind of, oh, let me just jump out the window and just, you know what I mean. Like, you know what I mean. Let me just jump out the window and just do this thing and just do said thing, so that folks good, like, you know what I mean, for the sake of like being popular or whatever, like, or just like, oh, because it's gonna make me a lot of money. Like, let's just do this idea that let's just do this idea that's not all the way thought out or planned out, and like, you know what I mean. Like, let's just do a completely like non-professionalized version of whatever it is. Um, but definitely the idea I have is I want to do something like that. Um, whether it be me partnering with um, somebody um, who has a big enough backyard. Um, yeah, whether it's me partnering with somebody who has a big enough backyard or an extra space in their house that they would be willing to let us use, or whatever the case may be, right? Um, I haven't really gotten that far in the thought process. Really, the thought process for me is just right now. Okay, what does this idea look like from a logistics standpoint? The business side of things. Um, yeah, what does it look like on the business side? Right. That's where my head been at as of right now, as of recently. Uh, it's really the biggest part that I'm been focusing on is that. And essentially, why that's important to y'all is because of the fact that there is an element of where I do want to like wind up streaming that. Um, yeah, I do want to wind up streaming them Jones. So again, it's just figuring out all of the logistics behind that, what that's gonna look like, what it's gonna sound like, what it's gonna like, you know what I mean? What's gonna look like, feel like, all of those things. Um, because it's really important to me, and it's something that I really have been like thinking about. Um, because it's to that point, chat, of where I just want to get to the point of where I don't want to have to run around. Uh, I don't want to have to spend the first 6 months of the year running around looking for venues to perform at for the like, you know what I mean? Running around looking for venues to perform at that I'm only gonna do for only 6 months out of the year. I just yeah, nah, it's not an ideal situation. Um, and it ain't something that I want to do. Um, yeah, it ain't something that I want to do. So, and like I said, with just preparing with and for everything. Um, yeah, preparing with and for everything that is getting ready to happen. Um, I would just like to make sure that there's a proper balance to my schedule. Is all, and to my life. I just, you know, so it's still stuff that yeah, it's still stuff that I want to. Yeah, man. It's a balance that I'm pushing towards. Really and truly, chat. The goal is to at some point be able to do this residency and like have that stream every Friday on Twitch from about January to I think April. I said either April or May. I believe I said April. So either way, you know what I mean. Just do that from the like. You mean do that from my hometown till about you know what I mean from January till about May. In July, because it's the summertime, be able to get out on the road and tour for those summer months, and and, and then October to December do just like a lot of the go back to doing the clubhouse concerts and yeah, go back to doing the clubhouse concerts and just that whole thing and like spot dates every now and again. Um, Also, in the meantime, in between time, finding time and space to be able to do things like the Twitch cons, the Dream cons, the AWA weekends, and you know what I mean, the Dream hacks, the Blurred cons, everything in between there. Um, because you know that you know what I mean, being a part of this community is very very much you know what I mean. It's very much near and dear to my heart. Um, yeah, it's very much near and dear to my heart, man. Like you know what I mean. At the end of the day, um, as much of a talented and creative individual as I am still very much so a huge nerd at heart. Um, and so yeah, being a part of the nerd and blurred community is like I want to say everything, but it means a lot to me to be able to do that, be a part of those things. Um, yeah, be a part of those things and still be able to, you know what I mean? Meet so many of my peepers. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, being at the crib is cool. It's fun. I enjoy it. I have myself a good old time. But, and this is a huge but, I also got to be able to come see y'all um, and love on y'all in person. Because, like, you know what I mean? It's been great to get to know y'all via the internet. And I think that's super dope. But, you know, I got to be able to hug you. I got to be able to hug you and look at you in the eyes when I tell y'all. You know what I mean? And I want to be able to look at you in your face and be like, if you give up, I will hunt you down. If you even think about quitting, I will find you. If you even think about giving up on streaming and making content, I will hunt you down and hurt you. Possibly in GTA. But that you know, that's the kind of that's the kind of person I am. You know. And I know y'all seeing that through the screen and like, okay, well, that's a bit dramatic. That's a little bit much. But I need you to be able to feel when I say that. I need you to be able to feel when I say that. So you want to see people to threaten them? No. See, you call it threatening. I call it encouragement. Encouragement. Mm-hmm. Encouragement. Just you know what I mean? Because sometimes, again, I get it. Being a creator, I understand what it's like. You know what I mean? Being someone who is a creator of content. Um, I get it. There be those days where sometimes you're doing the things and it feels like uh nobody's watching. It wouldn't matter if you stopped anyway. Um, and everything in between feels like you want to give up. Um, you feel like quitting might be easier. Um, than some of the even darker thoughts, right? Biggest thing that I had to learn was um biggest thing for me that last year really showed me is that you never really know who, myself included. Like you never have like you never really do have the realest idea of who like really tunes in to what it is that you got going on. Um or everything. Like you know what I mean? It just yeah, you don't be really having a clue for real on who like you know what I mean? On who needs you until yeah, just until you know it just again a lot of it a lot of it especially for myself a lot of it last year it legit felt like I was just sitting here talking to a webcam um for the sake of my own sanity um or for the sake of my own vanity rather um until I was in somebody's chat. I won't say whose, but I was having a conversation with somebody else in the chat, and the person that was streaming uh, used a lot more adjectives than I'm about to use, but in so many words, this individual said, um, if I thought about, uh, if I even mentioned thinking about uh, quitting streaming ever again, uh, they were going to hurt me and do some other stuff that I won't repeat because you know some of the stuff I don't know if it's physically possible, but I'm also not trying to find out. So there is that. There is that. There is that for sure. And saying that to say that, like, you know what I mean. I've had to have many of those conversations with many of my other fellow streamers that have been in that are in the same position that I'm in. Like, you know what I mean. No, we don't have the largest of communities, um, But it's just like, hey, Buster, listen here, homie. You better stop being a custer and remember that you are somebody to this space. If y'all didn't know, I love very aggressively. Like, you know what I mean. So if I talk to you crazy like that, that means I care about you deeply. Like, you know what I mean. Like, some people think that that's like crazy to insult folks like that. First of all, um, it's not an insult because I only talk crazy like that to people that I love and cherish and care about uh, very dearly, very deeply, rather, is the word that I meant to use. Um, but yeah, that's that on that as far as that's concerned. So you know, I've had to do it to many people. Case in point, my brother Wonder. For those of y'all that don't know who Wonder is, Wonder from the Seven. There's been a many different times of where had to sit there and tell him, like, listen here, you black. If you do not reach all of if you don't reach all of the absolute highest heights that you possibly can reach, I will hurt you personally myself. Now, will I really do it? Probably not. But the point being, say, brother, like, achieve everything or else. Achieve everything and more or else. Because sometimes you just got to talk to people right that like that. I've come to realize. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about when you threaten people allegedly. According to Miss Lady J, that's me threatening people. I call it encouraging people, but so for the sake of Miss Lady J's argument, notice you have to threaten people into success allegedly. Allegedly. It's something about when I talk the way I talk to my friends. Yes, it's encouragement. You don't feel encouraged when I say you better reach all your dreams or I'm gonna knock your head between the washer and dryer. That don't put the battery in your back and make you wanna go do all the things. No? Well, then you're weird. Encouraged to watch my back or just succeed and then you won't have to worry about your head being knocked between the washer and dryer. I dropped the lid. Eh, eh. I don't know. Way I see it, just do the things and more. And you won't have to worry about nothing like that. And the crazy thing is, chat, I don't just say that to like I don't just say that to other people. I say like I talk to myself like that. Sometimes I have to talk to myself like that to put the battery back in my back. Case in point, during the month of November, when my seasonal depression had hit really hard. Shout out to all of y'all that was texting and checking on me and sending me all of the nice, encouraging words, and I do appreciate them wholeheartedly. But then nothing really shake me out of it the most until I had to really sit down and talk to myself and be like, say, say, Buster, say, La homie, like, what we doing? Like, what are we doing? Because it's looking like you sitting around waiting for somebody to feel bad for you, and we don't do that. We don't need nobody to feel bad for us. It's like, oh, but what? You lost a lot. You been through a lot. You got some hurt. Say, bro, it's some folk out there that don't have anything. All that whining and crying, and look at all what you've achieved. All that mumbling, groaning, and complaining, and look what you've achieved. Oh, but what? What? Your situation don't look like that person's, and that person's, and that person's. Okay, well, newsflash, you're not them. Uh huh. Yeah, you're not them. So get your ace up and do what it is that you do. You big head, le boy. Again, that's just me. That's how I show love, and that's how I encourage. If that makes you uncomfortable, I'm here to tell you right now, you clearly don't want me as a friend because that I don't like unless it's something like extremely serious going on. Um, and we're having like a seriously deep conversation. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to encourage you like that. Yeah, I'm gonna encourage you like that. I don't know how else to really like. I don't know how else to. I don't know how else to do it. Yeah, I don't really know how else to go about it other than that. Yeah, I don't know how else to go about it other than that. Really, really and truly. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And the reason why I say that is because there are figures in my life that's how they encourage me. Straight up and down right now, there is a mentor of mine in my phone. If I text him right now and told him, "Hey, I'm thinking about giving up," He would probably say something to the effect about how he's gonna knock me out, and then sit there and be like, "Give up and do what? Give up and go where?" It, some of y'all would call that tough love. I personally would say that's just our love language. Um, that's how we encourage each other. How we encourage each other and those who are near and dear to us. Um, because straight up and down, I'll tell you right now, if the same person that I was just talking about were to sit there and be like, "Hey, man, I know. I just want to tell you that it's gonna be okay. Life gets hard sometimes, but you can't give up. You know why? Because the Bible says." I'd be like, "Hey, bro, what's wrong with you?" I'd be like, "Hey, bro, what's wrong with you? You got a concussion or something? Like, what? You straight?" Talking to me like you don't know me. Like, hey, bro, like this is me we're talking about. You can talk to me like you always do. Even if at the very nanosecond I don't want to hear it. Like you can talk to me like that. Just how it works for me. I can't I can't speak for nobody else. If you need somebody to be like squishy and comforting, um, and all of these other things, I'm not the individual for you. Or if you want somebody to lie to you when you're going through something, I'm not the individual for you. Because I'm the kind of friend I'm gonna tell you that what you did was dumb before you even think about doing it. Hey, bam, I'm thinking about doing this. For what? That's dumb. Why would you do that? It's the dumbest thing you could have done. Why are you? It's the dumbest thing you could ever do. Why would you ever want to do that? For what? For why? Why? Goofball. Straight up goofball. You're a goober, fam. You are a whole goober. Before we get out of here, I got a story I want to tell y'all. Which kind of leads to the point of what the title of today's episode is. So, I was in Boogie's chat For those of y'all that don't know, she is Boogie. Uh, she is a variety streamer with who specializes in shooters. Uh, uh, you know what I mean? Who specializes in shooters and there's a whole lot of other things. Yes. So I was in her chat one day, uh, just checking on her, making sure she was straight, trying to see how she was living. And this was a Sunday, so it was right after church. So I had just gotten home from church. Um, yeah, because it was a Sunday. And then one of her other chatters, I think it was her mod. I think it was one of her mods. It was like because y'all know the same name y'all see right here is the same name y'all is the same name that you see across Twitch. Um, and so they were say, Bam, so are you really a pastor? To which I politely corrected them, and I said youth pastor, but yes, I know to some people that's not that big of a difference, but trust me, there's a difference. Um, more than you would like to know. There's a difference. Um, way more than you would like to know. But yeah, it's a difference. The responsibility isn't as great. Um, yeah, the responsibility isn't as great, and the population and the population of souls you have to pray for are generally not as large. Generally, uh, generally, again, generally. But nevertheless, that being said, um, yeah, this individual asked me that in Boogie's chat, and I was like, "Youth pastor," but yeah, and then it's like, "Oh, cool." It's like, "Oh, cool." I didn't mean no disrespect. I was just asking, um, because I used to go to church with my grandma, and you know what I mean. I guess they just found it interesting that I was hanging out in Boogie's chat, like I'm a unicorn or something. Like I was a unicorn or something. It's like, bro, I be here often. I be here a lot. So, but you know what I mean. Like I already I already knew what it was. Like I was chilling. I didn't take it as no disrespect or nothing. Um, and I still don't take it as no disrespect now because it wasn't nothing disrespectful about it. But you know what I mean. Like we were chatting it up, and then yeah, so that's what it was. And then another one of her, and then one of Boogie's mods in chat was like, so no disrespect, but what's a guy like you doing amongst all of us heathens and degenerates? Hmm? Why are you here with us? Why are you here with us? And so then I had to explain to them. I was like, okay, well, first of all, I'm a big creator. You know, for those of y'all that don't know that, yeah. um, yeah, for those that don't know that, yeah, I'm a big creator. So it's Boogie. So you know, there's that connection, and then I just told them the truth. I was like, you know, I came across Boogie because I remember when her Bumble Tekken story went viral on Twitter. If y'all want to know the lore behind that, you got to follow her on either Blue Sky or on Twitter. The story should probably still be on that tweet should probably still be on Twitter. Um, so you know, go type in "she is Boogie" on Twitter, and you should find that. Find the whole story behind that. But that's really when I found her, and when I really started tuning in more to her Twitch, more to her Twitch streams. Um, because of that, I was like, okay, well, this story is wild. A, um, she's a big creator. B, and C, Shorty's hilarious. And so, you know, me explaining that, thinking that would have had like a okay, that makes sense kind of moment. No, 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 it didn't. No, same mod comes back. Yeah, okay, that's cool, and that makes sense and all, but still, why are you here? We're heathens. Why are you here with us? We're sinners. Why are you here with us, holy man? Hmm? 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 And I just straight up had to be like, look, heathenry aside, uh, I am a nerd. Like I said before, and I've said it in many different posts. Like I'm hugely invested in nerd and blurred culture. So not even just invested, entrenched. Like there's a many of things that I can nerd out about on a day to day basis. But yeah, I was just like, okay, well, yay. I, I'm a nerd first. That's all. I'm a nerd first. Um, Not even that's all. It's like I'm a nerd first. And as far as the heathenry is concerned, yes, you are. You're a nerd too. Says the nerd. Anywho, no, we're talking about you, not me. Yeah, Yeah. All right. Anywho. So yeah, I was like, and as far as the heathenry is concerned, that's how my content started out on the internet. Until I jumped on a Cozy Corner podcast just like this one and was like, hey, chat, nothing's really wrong for real, but everything's not great. So, and I'm kind of like running out of options mental health wise. So, I'm going to start going back to church on Sundays, which means there aren't going to be any more Sunday streams. We tried it for a little bit. We tried to go into church in the morning and then streaming Sunday night. I couldn't do it. Straight up and down. I couldn't do it because I was like, there's too much else I need to do. Like get prepared for the rest of the week and things of that nature. So that's the reason why I don't stream on Sundays. Never said you couldn't catch me on Twitch as soon as I get out of church. But as far as me streaming on a Sunday, it's never happening. Want me to say it again for the people in the back? It's never happening. One more time so you remember. It's never happening. Never. Never. Never, never, never. So don't ask. First of all, the Cozy Clubhouse does a really good job of not even. I don't have that kind of community, so they don't be tripping. They don't be like, we need Sunday streams. They're not like that. Seventh day is for resting anyway, which is why I only stream 6 of them. Nah, yeah. And again, as far as heathens are concerned, some of them are part of my community. I ain't gonna say no names, but some of the some heathens are members of my community. Biggest heathens, rather. Again, I ain't gonna say no names. I ain't no snitch. But y'all know who y'all are. Anywho, And so the outright heathenry isn't the part that bothers me. While most people, let me not say people, while most Christians would probably be upset and get like offended with that question, I actually got excited, Jack. I got excited that we were actually like having that conversation in Boogie's, like you know what I mean, in Boogie's chat. I thought that was the coolest thing in the world to me. Like that made me like so like like I was like legit like excited. Like for some people that like would have bothered most, didn't bother me at all. It's just like, hey, bro, like really at the like really at the end of the day, what it came down for me is just like, say, man, people on Twitch need to know about Jesus too. I chose to change, like you know what I mean. I chose to change my life for me, for personal reasons. The OGs of the cozy clubhouse will can come in chat right now and tell you, nah, it was yeah, no, for a cool little minute, it was looking kind of scary. We didn't know what was going on for real. It was looking Memphis bleak for your boy for a minute. And it wasn't just something that just like I woke up one day and it happened. It was over time. I had some health scares with my blood pressure. Came on stream and said I'm gonna start eating better because I want to be healthier and I don't want that to be. I don't want to be. I don't want to ever be scared like that again. About a couple months later, I said, "Hey, chat, I'm done with smoking and drinking and partying. It's not really my vibe, not really my jam. It's not really giving. It's not really giving what it used to give for me." And I was like, "Forget it, chat. Like, I'm finna start going back to church. Like, I can't do this no more. Um, I'm at the end of my rope mentally, spiritually. I feel lost. Um, and I gotta do the only thing that I know how to do. That's it." Went straight up to my went straight up to Papa Bambi. You could, you know what I mean. Lord is my witness. I was like, "Hey, Dad, I'm gonna start going back to church with you." He's like, "Uh, "Oh, oh, okay." That you should have always been, but that fine by me. And it's crazy that ever since we made that change, look at how exponentially the cozy clubhouse has grown since me making those decisions. I can hear commenter number I can hear commenter number 4 now.
Actually, that's kind of just a coincidence because you just made up. Just because you decided to make all those decisions doesn't mean that.
Like, nah, bro. Trust and believe. Yes, I was already a big creator before I started this. Before I decided to like start going back to church. But I really carved a lane that's all my own. But like, you know what I mean? But now there is literally a lane that is all my own in the big creator because like in the big creator community because of the fact that I said, you know what, God, I'm done. I'm done. I'm tired of running. I'm tired of waking up feeling like this. I'm tired of canceling streams because I feel like I want to harm myself. And if we're being completely honest, God, I'm tired of crying myself to sleep at night. I'm done. Like I'm sick of it. I give up. You win. Whatever you want to do, we gonna do. However you want to take, like, whatever direction you want to take it, we gonna take it. However you want to make it rock, we gonna make it rock like that. And that's it. And that's all. And that's what it's been ever since. Ever since. Like, what is we talk? Like, sis, what is we talking about? Like, what are you even saying to me right now? Coincidence? Never, fam. Never, fam. Never, fam. I don't believe in those. I'm not saying you can't. You believe what you want to believe. I just know for me what I've tried, and I know what works, and I know what hasn't worked. The crazy thing about it is some of my favorite streamers, like some of my favorite creators, and some of my closest, like you know what I mean, some of my closest folks in this content creation space are some of the biggest heathens I know, and I love them yet and still the same. And I would ride and slide and die for them just the same way I would for the Lord. So like, what are we talking about? Because the beautiful thing about how this thing called life works, we're so different, but that's what makes all of us beautiful. That's some of the most beautiful, like some of the most beautiful things about life is that ain't none of us the same. Ain't none of us the same. Case in point, my favorite streamer of all time, I am Dante, doesn't even believe in God. has openly admitted it on his platform multiple different times. You think I stopped tuning in when you think I stopped tuning in when that brother drops content? Nope. Biggest thing that I've come to realize for my Christian friends in our community in the Christian space, um, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Some of y'all are too busy trying to do God's job for him. So no. It's like, oh, so that means you just sit back and do nothing. No. As far as somebody like Dante is concerned, God gonna deal with Dante in God's time. That don't have nothing to do with me. But what I am gonna do in the meantime, in between time, is show him the love that God has shown to me, which is what you should be doing to every single human being ever. By the way, just saying. The biggest thing that really does connect all of us, for real, really and truly, is the fact that we are all connected. The really thing, like the big thing that connects all of us, is that we're all human and we all go through stuff. And there is somebody that's looking, and there is somebody who is looking out for us to make that stuff suck and hurt less. And so no, this is not a podcast about how, oh, you should so in the at the end of the day, what I'm saying is you should come to Jesus. You should, but I'm not gonna tell you that. You will come to him in your time. You will figure that out. At some point in time, you will figure that out for yourself. I'm not I can't figure that I can't figure out what when that time is for you. Why I can't? Newsflash, I got my own stuff going on. How about that, brother? I got my own app cray that I need to fix. There's areas in my life that I need God to remove, and areas I need God to work over in me. So pray tell, good human, what do I look like telling you how to live your life if I can barely navigate mine without him? Without him, all of this talent and wisdom and everything, all of this talent and wisdom and knowledge that I have gained, over the years, and what I have come to realize that with the power that this voice possesses, this is not just like a happy accident. I didn't just wake up one day and realize, oh, oh yeah, my voice do something for people in more ways than one. Apparently, no comments from the peanut gallery, but like, you know what I mean. When I speak, it does something for folks. It's not a coincidence, brother. Just a hey man, say man. I got a powerful voice I got a powerful voice and a talent, and I intend to use it to its fullest capacity. However, the good Lord decides that that looks like. However, you better use it and will and will. Sat here and played with this thing for too long. Oh nah, Lord. See, it's gonna be cool because we're gonna do it this way, and it's gonna be real cute if we do it this way, and yeah, and all that, and like you know what I mean. And it's like, oh, and the girls really gonna love it if we do it this way. And straight up, you wanna know what's crazy, chat? God was like, I didn't tell you to do any of that. So why are you concerned about that? It's not what I. That's not what I called you to. You said that's not what I called you to use your voice for. So why is that what you're concerned about? It's not what I called you to use that voice for. So what? Why is that what you're concerned about? When I tell y'all I realized that, chat, I was a broken gym for a good like month and a half. Honestly, probably longer. I don't remember. I just remember like hearing the Lord tell me that and being a absolute mess for weeks after. Not because it's this thing of where it's just like, oh my gosh, like I finally been realizing that I've been misusing my gifts this whole time, and blah blah blah, and this, that, and the other. It's just like, nah, bro. I've always known what I was supposed to be using my voice and my talents for. I'm just hard headed, and I didn't want to do it. Some of y'all need to be raising y'all hands in chat because some of y'all are also hard headed and know y'all supposed to be doing something and you not doing it. You say get my foot off your neck. I'm sorry. I'll, I'll chill. I'll chill. Miss Lady J, please. Please. You are making yourself look guilty. Stop it. Yeah. All you people that don't be listening in the you was just agreeing? Yeah. Uh-huh. For sure. For sure. For sure. And it's that whole thing, man, where y'all gotta understand it's a it's a new shift coming. It's a new mainstream that is coming. And yours truly is intends to be a part of it. I technically was always a part of it. I just I'll just be honest, I didn't like what came with it. I don't like what comes with it. I didn't. Honestly, I don't. 'Cause what y'all fail to realize is that when you decide to make decisions like this, you become a threat. Like a real one. Like you like in real life. Think I'm lying? Think I'm lying? Bet. Make the decision that you want to make a change in one area. And I bet every amount of money in my wallet you catch hell for the next week, week and a half, month even. Why do you catch that hell? You're a threat to the status quo, which is what you're supposed to be. But I'm just saying, brother. I'm just saying. And those that are part of the inner circle of the cozy clubhouse know this because we've had many conversations about it. But 2024, not really all of 2024, but a good majority of 2024, um, called me ugly in more ways than one. And I didn't really appreciate it all the way. If I could be quite frank. But nevertheless, and you know what I mean? No more moments are more prevalent than the last 2 months of 2024, and especially those last 2 weeks in 2024. Just got to that point for me where I was just like, all right, bro, say, man, this sucks. I don't like it. I'm not enjoying it. I'm not enjoying myself. I'm not having fun. I'm not. I'm not having fun. I'm not having a ball at all. bars. But you know what I mean? I wasn't feeling it. The part that messed me up is because I was sitting there thinking about that in church, and I'm sitting there in my favorite seat, my favorite spot in church. Um, and the Lord sits down next to me, and He's just like, "Did you ever think that I was allowing all of this to happen to you in the past?" You know what I mean? So you would think I was allowing this to happen in the past however many weeks because I was really trying to get you to realize that you are a threat. It's like, remember how the year started off? Yeah. What's the difference between how the year started off and how it ended? Because of the changes that you outwardly decided to make, you became a threat. You gonna be all right. You got this. Go do what I've called you to do. Chat, I have never ugly cried. Haven't ugly cried like that in so long. Um, One of the senior saints sitting next to me thought I'm pretty sure she thinks I'm crazy. Um, and she's partially right, but it ain't a thing I would change. With all that, you know what I'm saying? So it's that whole thing where I feel like a lot of y'all need to realize. I don't know who needs to hear this, and I don't know when in life you will be hearing this. But what I am gonna say is this: he also said to let you fight the haters. No, he didn't. You just added that. You heard it. Lies. Show me the recipe. I need receipts. And if you didn't get it in writing, that's your fault. But straight up and down, chat, it goes down like this. You should have wrote it down as soon as you heard it. I would have believed it then, because at least you would have had it in writing. But now, I just don't believe you. Hmm. Nah, but in all seriousness, though, um, whenever this does find you in life, uh, whenever this does decide to resonate with you in life, straight up and down, hear me when I tell you this. You've endured what you've endured, and you've gone through what you've gone through because you're going to help somebody else navigate through what it is that you've gone through. A. B. There's a reason why it's easier to just continue doing what it is that you're doing instead of making the changes that you know you need to make. Because if it was easy, you would have made them already. To which we're not leaving. Hang tight. On the YouTube side, though, if you enjoyed what you heard today, leave a like on the stream. Uh, leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you're a newbie, because we need more subscribers. We need more subscribers over there. So subscribe. Follow me on those socials down below. All of them. All of them. Right now. All of them. And we will catch y'all the next time. When is the next time we stream on YouTube? Oh, on Wednesday. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see you on for our wind down Wednesday. Um that's entirely not enough for you. Um I don't know what to tell you, bro. We gonna be on Twitch the rest of the time, so you might as well come over there and hang out with us over here on the Purple app. Um, yeah, you might as well come hang out with us over here on the Purple app because you know, that's where we do most of the shenanigans again. Um, but yeah, man. Nevertheless, I love y'all. I love you, YouTube. Uh, drop a comment if you are feeling spicy. Um, fires can't keep the West Coast down. Um, we remain California strong. Hug your family. Tell them you love them. And that all being said, YouTube, holla at y'all the next time we see y'all.